living life. I feel like when I'm on my bike and I'm traveling, I feel alive, and that's just what I want to do. So my name is Tiphaine. I'm 31 years old.
I'm Pierre, 34. I asked to Tiphaine if she wanted to join this project to hike along Nepal. She said okay, but I don't want to fly there, so she proposed to go there by bicycle, and the best partner I can have to do this kind of trips.
Being together for just 1 year before is not much, and I think like we learned a lot about each other during the trip. One of the hardest, and what you should know also when you do this kind of trip, is like climate and weather, because obviously like on a bike you're gonna be outside the whole day. What we kind of underestimated was like the heat. One of the hardest day was in Turkmenistan. So Turkmenistan is like a desert country. It was like above 40 degrees during the day, and so we decided that we would cycle at night to kind of like have less heat. And at night you don't see anything, so it's very boring, and a lot of wind and a lot of potholes on the road. So I just remember like just to leave my eyes open was just really hard at some point, because obviously the body is not used to like being awake at night. And we had to cycle like, I don't know, more than 100 kilometers to reach some kind of something point. So we cycled the whole night from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. It's really hard because like you need to drink a lot, and it's kind of a race against the sun, but you know that like even before the sun it's too hot. When you travel alone, it's only your own needs, and it's easier that way. But at the same time, having someone else is like so much easier. Sometimes you're in some countries where there is such a language barrier, where you can feel a bit lonely because you cannot really interact with people, and then you have someone with you who you can speak with. And I think we are pretty similar in a lot of ways. So we kind of have the same pace, kind of like Pierre is a little bit faster, but he can then take photos and film and everything.
When traveling by bicycle, I think it's quite easy to get in touch with the locals because they are quite curious of your way of traveling. How did you get there with the bicycle? People do have many questions about that, so it's interesting, and to try to explain to them why you feel lucky to do this.
When you are by bicycle, you're very vulnerable, you know, like you're on the road and you're camping on the side of the road, and it's actually the opposite that happens. Like people tend to like be interested in you and try to like feed you and welcome you, and they see you struggling when it's raining. Or I've been so many times welcomed by people that I don't even know and that I will probably never see again. But it happened that once we didn't even meet the people. They were like, oh okay, I'm not there, but I will just leave you the keys under the door, and you make yourself at home and just leave the key when you're gone. And it's like, okay, they don't know us, and they're just so much trust, even though we are just strangers for them. So you discover a new world that you don't see through the media. When I'm on my bike and I'm traveling, I feel alive, and that's just what I want to do and just enjoy